Hey guys, this is deck profile of my Lightsworn deck, and I will be going through um, all the cards and the effects, and also on how I like to use them in some combos. So, at first we have three Luminas. I have no idea where it went. Oh, there it is. So, three Luminous. Now, this is an amazing card. I'm surprised that we are allowed to play three in a deck. So, what you can do is, since it allows you to discard one card from your hand and then summon a card from your graveyard as a special summon. If two are in the graveyard, which happens to me quite a lot, you summon a Lumina to get a Lumina, to get the third Lumina, and to get a level 4 monster, a Lightsworn monster from your graveyard, and then you use one Lumina and the other level 4 to make a synchro of Michael, and then use the other two to get a level 3 Xyz monster like Level, what's it called? Leviel, or maybe wind up Zen mains. So that's that. And next I play a Blackwing Zephyros the Elite. Now this is a debatable card because most people don't play it, but I do because it helps in certain combos. For example, if you have this and one Lumina and maybe another level 4 card in your graveyard, like maybe Garroth, and one Lumina in your hand, you summon that, which will allow you to special summon that, which then allows you to summon a Garroth. Now, with this card's effect, you can deduct 400 life points from yourself, and then special summon from the graveyard. So now you have one level 4 and one level 3 and one level 3. Okay, one thing I just realized is that these level. Okay, yeah. Okay, so I made a mistake, which is that I said that you could use these to make Michael, because this is not a tuner. So what you can do is that you can use this and this to summon a level 4 Xyz monster, or maybe or special summon a card like Black Luster Soldier, the Envoy, or you can also use this to special summon a level 3 Xyz monster. So that's another combo. So next we have the Garroth. Okay, so this is the card which I don't play as much because it's just a bit of extra milling power, and it just helps to, I don't know, just mill as in. So next I play two Celestias. Now I don't play 3 because that tends to clog up the deck. So maybe you have a level 4, so you tribute that to special summon this Celestia, which allows you to discard 4 cards from your deck, so it adds to the milling power, and on top of that you get to destroy 2 monsters on the field. So it's an easy way to get rid of your opponent's monsters. Next is I play 3 Necro Gardeners. Now this is a very good card because if it's in the deck and your opponent attacks, you can simply banish this from the deck and then from the graveyard, and you can negate the attack. So it comes in use pretty often. Next, I play one Jane only. Some people just love this card because it's a good beat stick, but I play one because I don't go for just level 4 beat sticks to attack my monsters. I prefer to play big combos to bring out the big monsters. So next, one Erin, the Lightsworn monk. I play one because it's useful in certain situations where you need to get rid of a set monster, because maybe you have an idea on what the card may be and you don't like the effect because it does not trigger the effect. It just shuffles it back to the deck without even flipping the card. So it comes in use. Next, two Lilas. Now this is a good card to get rid of your opponent's back row and to just play safe. Also, it helps to mill out the top 3 cards of your deck. Then I play two Honest. Yes, that's Japanese, but I play that just for the sake of it being an Ultra. Okay, so the Honest is a very useful card because maybe your opponent attacks with a very big monster and you have one in your hand. Then you can just use it to banish or send this card to the graveyard. Wait, let me check to be sure. I sometimes get confused. So you can send this card from your hand to the graveyard, and then add the attacking power of your opponent's attacking monster to the card that monster is attacking. So it's a confirm that your opponent's monster gets destroyed, and on top of that he takes a lot of damage. Also, maybe you have a Lumina on the field, and the thing about Lumina is that it has a very low attack and very low defense. So maybe you just play a Lumina, and then the opponent attacks it, seeing that it has such low attack, and you just play the Honest and it just goes back to him. So that's a pretty good combo. Next, I play two Minervas. Okay, now I do not like the effect of Minerva because you practically need 7 different Lightsworn monsters in your graveyard to bring Judgment Dragon from your deck with this effect, which is quite bad in my opinion. So I just use this card because it's a tuner monster and it helps you to get to your Michaels and other level 5 synchros if you have a level 2 monster like Raikou. Okay, so next I play 2 Wolves. I don't play 3 because that just clogs up the deck, and I don't play 1 because it's not a bad card. So the special effect of Raikou is that if you mill it from your deck to the graveyard, it gets a special summoned onto the field. So it's an extra monster, and on top of that, you can use it to summon Xyz monsters and such. For example, here is a combo. If you play a Foolish Burial and you can take one wolf from your deck and take it to the graveyard, which makes it special summoned onto the field. And with that, if you have a Celestia on your hand, you can just sacrifice the wolf and summon a Celestia, which lets you mill 4 more cards and also just destroy 2 of your opponent's monsters. That's a basic combo in this deck. Okay, take that back. Okay, next is 2 Raikos, which I may bump down to 1 because it sometimes tends to be a dead draw. So the Raiko is simply just to stall a bit of time because on flip effect it is used to, it can destroy an opponent's monster, so it comes in use sometimes. And also if you have a level 3 tuner like Minerva, you can use it to synchro summon a level 5 like Cataster. So next, which is the new card which came out with the new structure deck, is I play 3 Raidens. Now this is a pretty good card because in your main phase you get to mill 2 cards from your deck to the graveyard, and then at the end phase you can also choose to mill another 2 cards from the deck to the graveyard. So it adds a lot to your milling power, and on top of that, if the 2 cards from your main phase which were sent to the graveyard, if one of them is a monster, then this card gains 200 attack until the end of your opponent's turn. So it becomes 1900, which is okay, I guess. Next, which is the main card of your deck, Judgment Dragon. Now the main objective is to bring out this Judgment Dragon, because by paying 1,000 life points, you can destroy all monster cards on the field. Well, not only monsters, all cards on the field. So it's really helpful in just wiping the field clean, and on top of that, it lets you mill 4 cards from your deck to the graveyard. Now, some combos with this comes from my first spell card, which is Lightsworn Sanctuary. Now, many people complained about this card, and 99% players don't even play this card because they don't think it's good. But since this card gains a counter whenever a card is sent from the deck to the graveyard, it's gonna have a lot of counters if you play it. And now JD, on summoning, if you want to get rid of your opponent's monsters, you can use the effect. But if you have big cards on your side of the field too, like maybe a Michael or another JD, you can just remove some counters from your sanctuary, and then prevent your Lightsworn monster from being destroyed. So it sometimes comes in use. Okay, so next I play 2 Pots of Avarice. I have 1, but I play a proxy as well, so I play 2. Now you can play 1 because it comes in use when you're running really low on your deck, and also when you want to bring back some spell cards. or maybe even JD from your graveyard into your deck. So it's quite a good card to keep on recycling from your graveyard. Next, I play Monster Reincarnation. The only reason I play this card is to bring back my JDs from the graveyard, and also if you have a dead card in your hand, like maybe Necro Gardener or Wolf, you can just send that to the graveyard in turn for the Judgment Dragon. Next is 2 Solar Recharge. Now this is a pretty good card if you need more monsters or even other cards, and it comes in use when you have a dead hand, because it lets you sacrifice 1 monster to the graveyard and then draw 2, and also mill 2 cards from your graveyard to your deck. So it just tends to speed up your gameplay. Next is the pretty good common, which is Breakthrough Skill. Now this is used to negate the effect of your opponent's monster, and you can use it twice, which is once on the field and once from the graveyard. Next is I play 2 Beckoning Light. It is used in only extreme conditions, when you have a pretty bad hand and you just need better cards. So you send your entire hand to the graveyard, and in exchange you bring back the cards from the graveyard which you need, but they have to be light monsters, and they have to be equal to the number of cards you discarded from your hand. Next is the Charge of the Light Brigade. Now I don't play that card much, because that's in only certain situations, like because it lets you bring back a level. It lets you bring a level 4 Lightsworn monster from your deck to your hand. Maybe if you have 2 Luminas in your graveyard, you can use that card to bring the 3rd Lumina from your deck to your hand, and play that to special summon the other two Luminas and another monster, and then just just to spam the field. Next, which is my last card in the deck, is the Foolish Burial. Now I told you before on how you can use it to bring a wolf from the deck to the graveyard to then special summon it, but also you can also use it to send Necro Gardener to the graveyard, because maybe you want to negate an attack. Now you can also play Card Trooper in this deck, because it lets you mill, and also it can be used as a material to summon synchro monsters. Now the synchros I play in now my extra deck is I play 3 Michaels, or maybe even 2 if you want to, and I play a Black Rose Dragon, a Leviar for the level 3 synchros, level 3 Xyz monsters, Stardust Dragon, Catastor, a Scrap Dragon, a Lavalval Chain, which is extremely useful in this deck, but pretty expensive, and Wind Up Zenmains, and also Goyo Guardian, if they don't ban it again. So that's all from my deck. I hope you guys found that pretty helpful. You're free to leave any comments in the comment section below on how to maybe improve this deck and maybe its weaknesses, whatever feel like. Just no hate, and as always, thanks for watching.